So I would go without thinking. I will not even I'll go close my eyes and I'll live in Indonesia.
BROZUL Channel.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Apa khabar semua? Berjumpa lagi kita di dalam BROZUL Channel, guys. Apa khabar anda, orang Indonesia, orang Malaysia, orang Brunei, orang Singapura ataupun di seluruh Nusantara? Apa khabar anda semua? Okey, hari ini saya mahu mereaksikan satu lagi video daripada channel Hidayah Channel. Anda boleh pergi ke channel Hidayah Channel, klik butang subscribe-nya dan klik butang loceng, tanda sokongan anda juga kepada channel Hidayah Channel. So, tajuk yang kita mahu reaksikan hari ini katanya adalah tempat untuk berhijrah di akhir zaman. Di manakah tempat yang berhijrah untuk di akhir zaman nanti, guys? Itu yang menjadi tanda tanyanya sekarang ini. Adakah di Eropah? Adakah di Mekah? Adakah di Madinah? Adakah di Indonesia? Adakah di Australia? Adakah di Afrika? Itu yang menjadi tanda tanyanya nanti. Di akhir zaman, di manakah harus kita pergi dan berhijrah, guys? So guys, untuk membuktikan ceritanya bagaimana, mari kita simak videonya. Okey, mari, jom.
So, question is, if Muslims were to migrate from the West, which countries would you recommend?
Go back to the land from where your parents came. And if you are from British ancestors, then remember that Muhammad was from Makkah and he left Makkah. So if you have to leave Britain, you will be following the Sunnah. If you are from Pakistan, go back to Pakistan. I would love to go back and live in Pakistan myself, but I don't think
Tapi saya tidak berfikir Angkatan Senjata Pakistan akan mengizinkan saya.
Pakistan Armed Forces will allow me to do that. Because I'm hitting them very hard now. Okay? The normal Pakistani can't do it. It will be too dangerous for him. But I can do it and I'll continue to do it. So I probably won't be allowed to enter Pakistan.
Oh, dia tidak diizinkan masuk ke Pakistan, Syekh Imran Hussein ni. Mungkin ada sebab-sebab yang tertentu sebelum ini,
But if you can return to Pakistan, many of my students in Britain have already done that. And they are building communities now in the mountains of Pakistan. Many of my students. And the mountains of Pakistan are so beautiful, you can't believe it. Why would you leave that to come and live here? Azad Kashmir is so beautiful. The greenery. If you are from Egypt, go back to Egypt. If you're from Algeria, go back to Algeria. And if you're from Bangladesh, go back to Bangladesh. I went twice to Bangladesh.
Oh, dia pernah pergi Bangladesh dua kali,
I went only to the south, not to the north. I went down to Teknaf. The only thing you have to be scared about in Bangladesh
apa dia?
is the way they drive on the roads.
Benda yang kita harus takuti sampai ke Bangladesh tu adalah cara mereka mengemudikan di jalan, cara pemandu mobil-mobilnya, mungkinlah itu yang dimasukkan oleh ulama Syekh Imran ni. Okey, kita simak videonya lanjut.
The way they drive on the road, yeah. I had a vehicle and we were driving to Chittagong and he knocked down a bicycle and he never stopped. He never stopped.
Dan dia merobohkan sepeda dan dia tidak pernah berhenti.
But
tapi Bangladesh sangat baik, sangat penyayang, sangat ramah.
People of Bangladesh were so kind, so loving, so hospitable.
Sangat baik mereka, Walaupun mereka di jalan raya tu agak tidak sopan, tetapi sebenarnya mereka ni orang yang baik-baik, orang Bangladesh ni.
To be with them.
Senang bisa bersama mereka.
So why don't you go back to Bangladesh?
People will say, I will just stay Britain and go back to Bangladesh. Because here, you can practice Islam more better than going into Bangladesh or some other Muslim countries. So my question to you, what are the other countries? Could be Malaysia or any other country. The Muslim can migrate from the West and also have a facility to educate the children into manners that we have Islamic living daily basis, practicing. And this time, anyone can go back to the country, but the country that we left, there's a reason, because you cannot practice Islam freely, you'll be suppressed, no education system will support you. So we're looking for a country actually will support and welcome Muslims and live and practice the religion daily basis. I'm not talking about mountains. I can go to mountains, but how am I going to get to schools with my children to educate them?
Did you hear the question, Sheikh?
What I ask you to do is I have a little book at the back. The Quran, the Great War and the West. Read that book and see what the Quran is saying of the fate which awaits the Western world, including Britain. And if your choice is to continue to live in Britain, or in Netherlands, or in Belgium, that's your choice. But I am saying to you that this is a ship that is sinking. And no one can prevent it from sinking. And when this ship sinks, it'll take all on board.
Benar.
Perish, they'll all perish. Allah gave you a mind with which to think. If you on board a ship which is sinking, and you cannot prevent it from sinking, that is the fate which awaits this civilization which is sunk in sin. If you remain on board that ship, you're very foolish. You've not used your capacity to think. But if you get off the ship, of course Dajjal will make it as difficult as he can to get off the ship. But if you get off the ship, you have a chance at least to get your wife to come off, to get your children to come off, your father and mother. At this time they're saying, son, we are staying here, you're not going to get us to leave. We are comfortable. Your wife is saying, you can go, I'm staying here. Your children are saying, Papa, you can go, we're staying here. So if you get off the ship, at least you have a chance of saving them. Once you remain on board the ship, everybody will perish.
So where is the boat not sinking, Sheikh?
Di manakah kapal yang tidak tenggelam itu? Maksudnya di manakah bumi yang tidak tenggelam
Dajjal
itu?
comes with a river and a fire.
Dajjal akan datang dengan sungai dan
But
api.
his river
Tapi sungainya adalah api.
is a fire. And his fire is the cool waters of a river.
Oh, terbalik ya?
So where on the face of the earth you see the green pastures. The green pastures are where you have the hard currency. The US dollar, the sterling pound, the euro. These are the green pastures. Because over here life is affluent. You're able to live in some prosperity. This is Dajjal's river. But this is in fact his fire. And over there where life is miserable, you can't even get a job. The money is worthless. People are suffering. And that looks like the fire. But that's the river. So I will go without thinking. I will not even close my... I'll go close my eyes.
Saya akan menutup mata saya dan saya akan tinggal di Indonesia. Oh.
Because yes, Indonesia is miserably poor. People are suffering. And yet, I have never seen sweeter smile.
Itulah tanggapan seorang ulama Syekh Imran Hussein. Dia melihat senyuman orang Indonesia ni memang sangat manis. Itu yang dikatakan olehnya.
Both from men
baik dari
and
pria
women.
maupun wanita.
And you know,
Dan
there's
anda
a
tahu ada
difference of
perbezaan
a
antara
word
senyum
between a
dalam
natural smile and the smile of a politician. You know that?
Masya Allah. Katanya di situ tak kiralah orang itu lelaki ataupun wanita, senyuman mereka sangat manis, guys, yang didambakan oleh ulama Syekh Imran Hussein ni. Dia sanggup bila akhir zaman nanti dia pergi ke Indonesia. Itulah pilihan dia. Bayangkan ulama yang besar begini guys memilih Indonesia. Masya Allah.
The sweetest smiles I have ever seen in my
Senyuman
life,
termanis yang pernah
both
kulihat,
men and women,
baik pria maupun
are in
wanita,
Indonesia.
ada di
The
Indonesia.
poorest people. That's the purity of the heart. You look at the smile, and you know the heart. So too in Pakistan, in the villages, in the mountainsides. That's where you go when you want to make hijrah. Don't move from here to Qatar.
Syukur Alhamdulillah kita sudah pun mereaction daripada channel Hidayah channel. So katanya di sini akhir zaman jangan pergi ke Qatar. Walaupun di sana boleh dikatakan negara Muslim, tapi dia tak suruh kita pergi ke Qatar guys. Dia sendiri pun yang akan memilih pergi ke Indonesia. Senyuman mereka amat manis dan ikhlas senyuman mereka yang mereka berikan kepada orang yang datang ke Indonesia. Sebab itu saya nak pergi ke Indonesia 4 Juni ini nanti guys. Tunggu saya ya pada 4 Juni ini di Kalimantan. InsyaAllah saya akan pergi ke Pontianak. Anda boleh jumpa saya di sana dan kita boleh bersuah foto, berselfie-selfie. Asyik man. Kalau jumpa, syukur Alhamdulillah guys. Kalau tak jumpa, tak ada rezeki lah tu ya. InsyaAllah kita jumpa di vlog. Saya akan buat vlog saya guys di mana saya pergi di Indonesia itu. Jangan lupa tonton guys vlog saya ya di Indonesia nanti guys. Di dalam BROZUL channel juga saya akan letakkan. Guys, inilah ulama Syekh Imran Hussein katanya. Kalau anda orang Bangladesh, baliklah Bangladesh. Kalau anda orang Pakistan, baliklah Pakistan. Jika anda orang Mesir, baliklah Mesir. Kalau anda orang Inggeris, baliklah Inggeris jika akhir zaman nanti. Tetapi dia tidak pula balik negaranya. Dia kata dia akan memilih balik ke Indonesia. Itulah lucu juga ulama Syekh Imran Hussein ya. Apapun apa yang itu yang dikatakan kepada kita semua. Bukan saya yang kata guys, ini bukan cerita hoax, ini bukan cerita tipu. Ini adalah ulama guys. Jika ulama yang bercakap guys, jarang bohong. Kebanyakannya adalah benar kata-kata daripada ulama. Itulah hebatnya ulama Syekh Imran Hussein. So guys, syukur Alhamdulillah sampai di sini saja untuk reaction kali ini. Semoga manfaat untuk kami di Malaysia dan untuk anda di Indonesia juga. Jangan berhenti menyokong BROZUL channel. Tanpa sokongan anda tiadalah BROZUL channel di dalam YouTube ini. Bagi anda suka dengan cara saya reaction, anda boleh klik butang subscribe dan klik butang loceng tanda sokongan anda kepada saya. Minta maaf andainya ada tersilap kata dan tersilap cakap kepada anda semua. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.